Hello and welcome to the Knit Girls. This is episode 634. I'm Laura, also known as Lala.
I am Leslie, also known as You Don't Call Me Les. Today is the 21st of November, 2023. It's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving in the States.
Yep.
Laura's parents are coming.
Tomorrow morning.
I plan to do as little as possible.
They're making Mom made more pies than there are people, which is an amazing thing to do. So,
I got my COVID booster.
Oh, I got my flu shot today.
Yesterday. I got my flu shot about a month ago. And now CVS has got like all sorts of vaccinations you can do.
Yeah.
So
I actually, anyway, that's a off-camera story. Cool. What are you working on, or would you like me to go first?
I'm at the end of a row, so I can go. So I cast on for my next sweater. This is the Directions sweater by Claudia Eisenkolb. That's how you say her name. Himawari Knits.
That's a cool one.
So it's not seamed, it's modular. So you knit the front and the back like bib sections, and then you pick up along the sides and knit the arms afterwards. I don't love the gauge on this because I'm just a princess, and it requires 22 stitches to 4 inches and a DK. And that requires me to use a size 4, which I don't love.
I was like, where is this going?
Because
that seems like a normal gauge to me.
Yeah, it's not. I like knitting fingering weight sweaters on 4s, not DK weight sweaters. So it starts with a provisional cast on. I use Judy's Magic cast on and just put the other stitches on a spare needle. So it's just a very simple 8-row repeat. There's nothing complicated about it at all. The contrast color is like a moss stitch, and I've got to repeat this 14 times for the back and then basically do the same thing for the front. So it's a lot of boring knitting, but that's okay. I mean, I don't mind that. I'd rather that than have to pay super close attention to what I'm working on.
Is Buffy eating a pig's ear?
She is. That's okay. What that crunching is. I gave all of the dogs a pig's ear when we started. The other 2 are downstairs and they'll have finished theirs already. She just started. She typically only likes to eat inside of her kennel where she feels safe, but she likes to be up here when Laura's up here. So, and the only other thing that I knit like an inch on were my cornucopia socks. This is a Woolens and Nosh colorway. I got it SSK.
So pretty.
I'm on the heel flap. I was on the heel flap last time. So I've got another 3/4 of an inch or so before I'll turn the heel. And there's no specific reason I haven't been knitting on these. I just haven't felt like socks lately. So this one's living in my carrots and radishes and parsnips bag by Amy Beth. And the other project is living in the chicken boots bag. So, yep. Buffy's crunching away.
Crunch, crunch,
Sorry
crunch.
if that's distracting. What about you?
I have 2 things in progress and like an imaginary thing that is not quite in progress yet. I was trying to convince Leslie to record later so I could make progress on it before we recorded, but she's got stuff to do. So the first thing, I finished the first sock that I was working on last week. So this is a 3-ply sock yarn that I spun out of Hip Strings fiber in a 50% Southdown, 25% Dorset horn, 25% bio nylon blend. And then last time I spoke to y'all, I was spinning a cable ply, and I have the other half to spin, so I wanted to start knitting to see where I need to make adjustments in my spinning. So I am knitting on a size 1 because a cable ply is 4 plies, so this is a smidge thicker for me. It's more like a sport weight, so I'm knitting on a 2.25 over 52 stitches. I took 4 stitches off, so we'll see how it fits at the end. But yeah, so that is in progress. And I'm learning a lot about where I should have added more twist and less twist, and playing and adjusting that. And that's why I love knitting with my hand spun, is then I know how I want to spin stuff. And then my imaginary project is living in a fat squirrel bag that I just got with gnomes and rabbits and deer. Leslie is not as impressed as I am. I love it.
It's cute. I mean, but like
this is like an in-between size.
Every bag Amy Beth makes is cute.
Yep.
There's no. Doesn't make anything hideous.
So I sampled to swatch. I am going to start the frog and node sweater, and the plan right now is to use Volmaiza 100%, which is like what, 570 yards? It's almost 600 in the Madame Souris. I think that's right. It's like a grayish purple colorway. It's coming out more purple on the screen.
Is it Sorsha? What's the? No. Okay. Source.
And then I spun a sample of some fiber that I'm hoping to use with it. This is thicker than what the end fiber will be, but I wanted to, I think, yeah, it will be. It poofed a lot with washing. It's, I believe, a merino silk blend. Yep, super fine merino mulberry silk. I'll talk about the fiber more in a second. So I ripped down the side a little bit so I could get all the colors, because I want to see how it works with that. So I'm going to swatch on size 1s and hopefully get gauge with the Volmaiza. And then the fiber is from David of Southern Cross Fiber. It is called Bloom, and it was the July 2023 colorway. So I have around 8 ounces of this to, yeah, that's better outside the plastic, to use as a contrast. So I want to see how those two look together before I definitely commit to using this. Leslie does not like it.
That's not what I said. I said it doesn't have enough contrast.
Leslie doesn't like it. She's being very mean to me today, and I'm so impressed.
In your brand new Amy Beth bag.
And so I am going to sample that and see what happens. So that is everything that I have to talk about today. Back to you.
Okay.
That is it.
So I finished 2 projects. One has been on the needles for a long time, one it's not. So the first is my halfway sweater, and this is by Jamie Hoffman. So this is out of Hip Strings. The top is Strawberry Rhubarb and Dionysus, and the bottom is Dionysus and Lead. It did, like, there's a much darker section here in the middle, even though nothing changed. It's just like where the lace was hitting. I don't know why. But whatever, it's fine.
It's cute.
I haven't tried it on yet, but like it looks like it's going to fit fine. The only thing I'm not sure about yet is the neckline. It just has you like pick up a knit and bind off immediately. I think I'm going to try doing a ribbing, like a very short, 4 or 5 row ribbing, and go down drastically in the needle size.
So you haven't done anything with it yet?
I blocked it.
Okay, I thought you were going to crochet around
I did
first.
Crochet it first.
Okay.
And it's not enough.
Okay.
So, and I might, before I do ribbing, I might pull out the crocheter, because it's the back part where it's rolling. The front part's fine. It's just this back part where it's rolling. So I might pull the crochet out and then do some decreases along the back here. My only concern is that the neckline's not super wide, so I have to be careful that I still make it big enough to put around my head. Because when you do decreases in crochet, it decreases really quickly. So, I just need to make sure that I don't make it too small for my head.
Versus picking up and doing a ribbing.
Right. Because
Okay.
if I did a ribbing, I could pick up, not every stitch,
Uh-huh.
like every 3 out of every 4 stitches or whatever, and then, on whatever size I used for this, I don't remember. Let's say I used a 6, and so I'd pick up and do a row or two in with a 6, and then go down to like a 3 for the ribbing, so that it shrinks in size. But we'll see. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. But yeah, I'm happy with it. And that's SSK stash that's been used.
Yeah, so can we have an SSK stash update? What's it looking like?
How about I prepare one for our next recording? Okay. Then I can put the picture up and like show what's been used and what hasn't. The other thing that it has been blocked, but I've got to go back and trim the little ends. Everything's been woven in, but I need to trim. The way I do blocking, especially if I'm doing wet blocking, is I'll weave in all the ends and I'll cut all the little tails to be about 3 inches or so. And then I'll wet block it. And once it's been wet blocked, I'll go back and trim all those ends again so they're flush with the fabric. But this is the
V-neck, no,
worsted boxing.
Yeah.
And this is out of Green Mountain Spinnery's Cotton Comfort DK. It was really nice to work with. It feels really nice. It's stretchy, but not too stretchy. I really think that Suze is going to like it. And I'm glad that it's finished so I can send it off next week. So I've got some socks to send her as well. But, yeah. I had to do some calculations because I had cast on the wrong number of stitches. So when I was doing the short row shaping, I had to, like, do some math to make sure that I was able to make it work. And I was trying to watch American Horror Stories as well. I had to keep pausing it.
Yeah, I was like, how'd that work out for you?
Because I kept going, wait, what am I counting again? So, and the sweater I'm wearing today is Ice Skating Party.
Is the colorway.
Is the colorway, and I forget what it's called. Starbird, I think, is the sweater. But it's essentially like a boxy sweater, but just with a sort of broken rib.
Yeah, and the yarns by Stranded Networks.
Yep. So,
hi, Jude.
I'm happy with this.
I got a package from Jude today.
I know. I got all the email tracking from it.
Oh. That's funny.
So, yeah, I'm happy with this. It smells good. It smells like Soak's, the Ravelry scent. That's my favorite.
Oh, I don't know that they make that anymore.
No, wait, it's not that. It's Celebration, not the Ravelry scent. Unraveled, I think, was that one, but it's not.
Unleashed, I think.
Unleashed. I don't remember. This is Celebration. That's my favorite Soak scent. But, yeah. That's it. I haven't really been doing... I did a little bit of applique this week, but not enough to get up and go get it out. I didn't do any of the little hexagon weaving.
You do any of your little hexagon sewing? Whatever that's called, paper piecing?
Paper piecing, no. I'm still been cutting a bunch of t-shirts for t-shirt quilts and going through a bunch of like old clothes I had saved so that I could make quilts out of them.
Cool.
And getting rid of most of them, giving them to my sister. It's funny because I'm going through and I'm using... For the ones that I do cut, I use the whole shirt. So I cut out whatever was on the front, and I cut out exactly on the back the same amount. So I like make a template and go around it with a rotary cutter. I cut off the sleeves because those will go to Malia. She'll use them for potholder looms, or potholder loom weaving. And then whatever's left on the bottom, I have a template that I use to make covers for my CPAP mouthpiece thing. So all that gets used for...
Look at you.
For those. So I'm trying to use and waste less if I can. That's about it. You don't have any spinning? Oh, because you've been knitting what you've been spinning.
Yeah, I have some Kim Daz yarn on the wheel because I am spinning for joy this week, but I didn't finish the first bobbin. I'm spinning on the Ladybug. So when that is done, when I have at least a bobbin, I will bring it over. But yeah, so no spinning, no finished objects for me. I've been reading all the Cat Butler, San Amari investigations. I read the first couple when they first came out, but they published a new fantasy book and I read that and I was like, I need to go back to those other ones because I really enjoyed them. So if you like Alana Andrews, this is like a male paranormal urban fantasy.
Might try that.
It has fae in it and vampires and werewolves and it's almost got like a Will Trent feel to it too because of a foster care situation. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. That is about it for me when it comes to stuff. I've been doing a lot of prepping for my Maryland Sheep and Wool Winterfest classes, and the signups for those opened this past Saturday. And we are going to offer a second session of spinning for socks because the first one filled.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing a second one.
Yep.
I must have skipped that.
It just happened today.
Oh, okay.
Like, I got the contract today. And I have to return it to them. So, but by the time this is live, that hopefully will be happening. Yep, and I think I have one spot left in my other class. I see you, baby girl.
She's like, those puppies are very stressful.
I know. I find them stressful, too. They tried to knock me down the stairs earlier. It was not kind.
Not exactly.
Yes,
they just
were so mean.
Don't have any regard for your safety. Or anyone else's.
They're
or their
so
own.
Mean. I know. It's not fair, is it? Your mommy's mean to you. Bringing these other puppies in. Anyway.
So I have been listening to the Handsome podcast still. That's with Fortune Feimster, Tig Notaro, and Mae Martin. I'm almost completely caught up. I'm on the very last episode, the most recent episode. Still really enjoying that one. And I'm re-listening to Paladin's Grace by T. Kingfisher. I've listened to 2 Audible originals that were included with my Audible membership over the course of the last week and been disappointed with both of them. And so I wanted something that I knew I liked. So I'm re-listening to Paladin's Grace, and I'm rereading The Clockwork Boys, which is also a T. Kingfisher book. I really, really love T. Kingfisher.
Good.
So.
You gonna come back up?
It's like, I don't know what's going on.
I know.
What else? Your parents are coming to visit.
They are. They're coming in tomorrow. They're staying until Saturday morning, so that will be nice. And poor Buffy. She's just like, I don't know where to go. Been working on cleaning my craft room. Or at least organizing a little bit, but now I'm going to throw everything that was in the guest room in there, so that will undo all the progress that I've made.
It won't undo it, it'll just make it less relevant.
Yes. So, yeah. We're going to play lots of board games and eat lots of pie, and Leslie is always welcome to join us. My parents have told me that 6 times. So... and Mom said Kobe is also welcome to come over for a pie if he wants.
Yeah, I will pass that along, but I would not get your hopes up.
Yeah. And brownies. So.
He's not as easily lured now that he can just buy his own stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? Once you're over like the driving ability, Tom.
Yeah.
Not necessarily 18, and have a job.
He can just DoorDash what he wants.
Yep.
So.
Absolutely.
The striped sweater thing.
Yes.
That's your toad and whatever.
That's my toad and nod, yeah. Or frog and nod. Frog and nod.
It says node up there.
Node, yes.
Okay.
Like toad. Sorry. Like frog and toad,
okay.
Frog and node. There we go. That is going on with Indigo Dragonfly. We have it linked in the show notes. You can find the show notes on TheKnitGirlls with 3ls.com.
Yep.
And it started in November. It will go through the end of February. And there is still 15% off any qualifying pattern or kits using the code KNITMORE15.
I think I'm going to knit a sweater for my sister.
Oh, that would be fun.
Because that gauge is so dense for my little princess hands.
Uh-huh.
Then I'll have to knit less. And that will make me happy.
Okay.
Because she's a tiny thing. She's like...
Yeah.
I don't know. 34-inch chest or something. She's a little thing.
Yeah. I'm sure she would appreciate that. You've never knit a sweater for her before, have you?
not specifically for her. She has ended up with sweaters before, but not um, specifically for her. I'm still doing ribbing, and I do not need to be doing that. What else?
That's really about it. We're having a kind of chill. We have a Patreon event coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, we need to send out the notification about that. And then we'll have one the following week at some point for a fail along.
Yep.
Who are you doing, Bull? Come here.
We're very distracted by
No.
elderly puppies today.
Yeah. The rule with elderly dogs is you give them whatever they want.
Yep.
Whenever they want.
Yep. That is true.
Okay, well, you guys have an awesome holiday, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.